Quick scoping in COD Mobile is hard if you turn on ADS button for rotation because this could mess up your aim, so turn this off. On how to quick scope properly in less than 5 minutes to make you pro. Let's start with learning how to fire as soon as you scope, meaning you need to manually press the scope button when you scope. If you are using one tap ADS you can't quick scope since this makes you slow, as you can see in the difference. That is why you need to set your shooting mode to hip fire, but what I recommend is setting it to custom. By selecting custom you can select which gun you want hip fire in and which gun you want ADS, so that you are able to not have hip fire for all the guns. Now, for firing as soon as you scope. You can do this by clicking the scope button, then once the scope is in the middle or once the reticle appears, click the fire button and scope out. Pro tip: you can use the settings as your help for aiming better. Just place it in the middle of your HUD. You can practice scoping in and out in practice mode by first doing it at least 15 times while the enemy is standing, then practice it 20 times while the enemy is moving. Do this again and again and I guarantee that you'll master it in less than a day. The snipers that I recommend using are DLQ, Locus, and Outlaw. The best out of these three is the DLQ, and here is a gunsmith that allows you to scope much faster. Next up is the sensitivity. Obviously, we need to fix this because a slow sensitivity wouldn't allow us to do quick scopes. That's why we need to train ourselves with fast sensitivity in order to maximize our quick scoping. To fix our sensitivity, just try adding a little more to your current sensitivity until you are comfortable a sensitivity that is fast. Which brings me to my next point, which is knowing where to actually aim your crosshair. Everybody knows that aiming at the head or the upper body gives you an instant kill when using a sniper. This is why you need to be used to always aiming at the upper part of the body, or in other words, know how to flick as fast as possible to the top. Here is an example. When there is an enemy far away, I first move my screen to the enemy, specifically the upper part, then while moving I click scope and fire. When doing this I usually look at the middle screen to get a higher field of view. Pro tip: you should equip the iron lung in the red perk, because this holds your breath longer for steadier sniper shots. Here is the side-by-side comparison of using iron lungs as your perk and not using it. It is clearly seen that iron lung helps you in aiming much more stable than not equipping it. Aside from iron lung, you can use agile for your perk. When quick scoping, players usually rush the map, meaning they usually have to carry the gun, in this case, the sniper, which slows their movement. By equipping agile, you are able to increase your speed, as well as the aim time of weapons after sprinting. Let's proceed to knowing the right FOV for us to use. The best FOV that I recommend using is 65 to 75. This FOV is what pro players usually use in tournaments and games when quick scoping, because this FOV seems to give them a perfect view to see the enemies much more clearly from far away. Lastly, is locating and tracking the enemies properly to quick scope much better. Some players don't know how to track the enemies when they try to quick scope. Well, to actually track your enemy is by predicting where they might go or might move, because if they move slightly away from your aim, you'd miss the shot in killing them. So learn to predict the enemies to not miss a shot every time you quick scope. So yeah, like the video, thanks.